So there I was watching AEW Road Rage. I was about halfway through and I was like, I've actually got the day off. I'm not going to check the spoilers. I'm not going to go on Facebook and see what's happened. I loaded up, I think, one notification. Facebook said, Sasha Banks released from WWE. And I was like, well, shit. Road Rage is on pause. I'm going to watch it later. I'll have my review of Road Rager up very soon. But I think I need to talk about this first. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking about the closing chapter of the Sasha Banks and Naomi saga has seemingly occurred. It's being reported everywhere. It's not been confirmed. Let's preface that first. It's not been confirmed by WWE themselves, but Sasha Banks has apparently been released from the company. Now, this is massive. So it's being reported by a guy at Wrestling Inc. I believe his name is Raj Giri. Let's go with that. And he's reporting that WWE released Sasha Banks last night. Wow. So it's not been confirmed by WWE. Let's preface that. It's not been confirmed by Fightful, who are very reliable, but Sean Ross Sapp has also stated that Raj has very good sources, so this could very potentially be true. If so, man, what a loss for WWE. Sasha Banks was money. She was absolute money. She was one of the hottest sort of just wrestlers, not even women's wrestlers. She was one of the most over acts in the company during her time as SmackDown Women's Champion. Her feud with Bayley was amazing. That entire saga was great. Bianca Belair match at WrestleMania, fantastic. So in recent years, I don't understand why they sort of relegated her to that tag team, because that's sort of been the boiling point for this, was the women's tag team division. Because you look at, I think it was WrestleMania 35, I'm going to say, when they lost the tag belts to the Iconics. I think it was 35. And now the same thing's happened here. They've not been treated with respect in terms of the Women's Tag Team Championships. So, it's just, they've let it go. And you look at NXT level Sasha Banks, the woman who made Izzy cry, okay? She's the woman who made Izzy cry. She can get such a great reaction out of fans, either as a heel or a face. And to just see that gone is absolutely mental. One of the four horsewomen has gone, which I don't think anyone would have put on their 2022 predictions. This year just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier in the wrestling landscape. So what do I think is next for Sasha? Well, there's two things. You've obviously got the acting route, because she was of course part of Mandalorian season 2. She could try more to venture out more there. I think she'd be great at it. She was pretty good in Mandalorian season 2. I've got my thoughts on the Mandalorian, but this isn't a Star Wars show. But I've got thoughts on the Mandalorian. And so you got that. You got the acting, which I think she could easily transition into. Then you've got, is Sasha going to be all elite? Well, see, you keep everyone says, right, and I know this is the main argument against AEW, that they keep bringing in all the ex-WWE guys and girls, and you keep bloating the roster, but they're making it so easy. Why wouldn't you sign Sasha Banks to be the focal point of your women's division? Why wouldn't you shell out the big bucks on her? Because she's fantastic. She's great, and she could really, I think it's a dream match of Britt Baker versus Sasha Banks. That could headline a pay-per-view if booked correctly, which I don't really have the faith in AEW to do, but let's just, as a dream match, we have that. Doctor versus the Boss. Absolutely writes itself. And yeah, I think Tony would be a fool not to scoop her up, but then that leads into the whole debate of, is everyone going to get lost in the shuffle because there's only so much hours on Dynamite? But she's a massive star, and she's got that crossover appeal. She's got that Mandalorian crossover appeal that can potentially bring in other audiences. So yeah, I just don't know why Tony Khan wouldn't shell out the big bucks for her. I'm going to go so far as to say, if this is true, I think Sasha will be in AEW at All Out. I think they'll debut her at All Out. If this is true and she has been released, I think TK will shell out some money and we'll get Sasha Banks' debut at All Out. That is my prediction. And yeah, I'd just be happy to see her anywhere, because she is great. She's a truly great wrestler, and it seems like she cared about the wrestling. A lot of the Four Horsewomen do, and that's something that has been lost a little bit in WWE's women's division, and to an extent AEW's women's division. AEW's women's division has stellar wrestling. It's the storylines that are the issue, but some of the women's stuff has just been very scattergun on WWE programming as of late. Natalya versus Ronda Rousey. So yeah, Sasha has apparently gone. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit subscribe for more wrestling content. I'll have my review of AEW Road Rager out probably about 1 o'clock. I'll aim for that time. And yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.